Well, let me take a selfie now. Let me take a selfie. Wait. Only make some noise. You're only looking cute. First thing this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Artist Spotlight on Hadestown. I see you. All the little Orphei and Eurydice over there. My name is Melanie LaBarry and I am your Hermes. And we have a really, really special treat for you today. But of course, we must start with some music. So please welcome on stage your Orpheus and Eurydice, Dylan Moore and Madeline Charlemagne singing All I've Ever Known.
I don't know how or why, or who am I that I should get to hold you. But when I saw you all alone against the sky, it's like I'd known you all along. I knew you before we met, and I don't even know you yet. All I know is you're someone I have always known. All I know is you're someone I have always known, and I don't even know you. Now I wanna hold you close. I don't wanna ever have to let you go. Suddenly the sunlight bright. Suddenly I'm holding the world in my arms.
have ever been to an audition and you choose a song with a dance break and you just stand up and do that in the audition for the whole 8 counts, you know what hard work they've done for you this morning. Congratulations to all of you. Everybody can see? You can see? Okay. Well, they have a thing. Oh, yes. All right. So we're going to talk to them a little bit. Congratulations. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. First of all, Dylan, welcome to the underworld. You are our newest Orpheus. And also, it is Dylan's West End debut. How does it feel making your debut with such a humongous and important role? It's very early in the morning for us.
Well, I've been doing the show now for 7 weeks, and hey! And I've only just stopped feeling like a rabbit in headlights. So, yeah. But you know what? For the minute I walked in the door, you guys just took me under your wing, and I very much felt part of the gang straight away. But you know, that's not to understate the responsibility of playing such an iconic role. I was very much thrown in the deep end. I got the offer on a Monday, and I was living in Scotland when I got the offer, and I moved to London. Moved to London on the Thursday, and there I was, head first. But yeah, you know, this story has been told for millennia, and it's an absolute privilege to get to tell it in my way. So yeah, thanks for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you with the show, really. You see only little Ophi over there?
I can see you guys look great. You guys look great.
Maddie, you were with the show when we started. You started off as a Fate. Now, what was it about playing a Fate that, or did it help you with your transition into playing Eurydice?
This is a really good question, and I feel like I need to journal about it more because it has been a whirlwind, and just to take the moment to really think about it. But the first thing that came to my mind was like, oh, I've got like cheat codes, you know, because I know what the fate is trying to do to Eurydice in this moment, you know, playing, I'm gonna draw her towards me, or I'm gonna push her away. And so that really helped, like with my movements and chips, for example, and things like this. I was like, yeah, I've got it, I know what I'm meant to be doing here. So that was very helpful, but they're so different, which is a real blessing for me to be able to play those two roles in this time that I've had here. Very different, yeah.
Well, it is a real blessing to be able to see you take on so many different aspects of yourself on stage as well. So I'm looking around, it's so weird to be like surrounded by my career. I mean, that one is mine, that one is mine. But one of the fun things about looking at that is that I have done and have been able to do all of these roles in my own accent. I have originated Mrs. Corrie as a Trinidadian, Mrs. Phelps and Matilda as a Trinidadian, and now Hermes as a Trinidadian. Dylan, how does it feel? You are the very first Scottish Orpheus. Is there anything of yourself and your culture that you're bringing to the part that you're playing?
Yeah, actually, I think, look, it's such a hard role to play. It's really difficult, you know, you really feel it every single time you walk off the stage at the end of it. It's in your bones, and it goes on some journey. And I mean that, like, you know, obviously in the show it goes on a bit of a journey, but I mean that in a like mental sense as well. You know, it's what Orpheus goes through is huge, and to not have to try and get an accent right as well has been really, I really appreciate that. But I knew straight away when I got the audition through, it said in the breakdown I could use my own accent, and straight away I was like, thank you, because I knew how much of a challenge, should I have been offered the role, I knew how much of a challenge it was going to be. So yeah, it's good to just walk out there and, as you say, just bring a bit of myself, my own accent, a little bit of Clackmannanshire. Don't know if anybody knows that place. I wouldn't go. Don't go to it. I got out. But yeah, I think it's made the role just a little bit easier not having to do an accent as well, I must say.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Look, I want to say that musical theatre fans are the greatest fans of anything in the whole wide world. And I might be a bit biased, but Hadestown fans are the best. The absolute best. Maddie, what is your favorite experience of, what's the experience like? Just having to be with all of these fantastic fans of the show.
It's amazing. Like, it's very tiring what we do, it's very hard what we do. And then to see you looking so fabulous, being so supportive, it just, you are the final, like, the audience is the final member of the cast. And then all the energy that you give us, it feeds us to tell the story, so big love. Never experienced anything like it, thank you.
You all really are the absolute best. The absolute best. Now we have some fun questions that were sent in via the Insta, oh God, you don't know the social media, I am old. The social media. And they wanted to know, who's the funniest member of the cast? It's not me. Because I am dead serious. Serious as a judge. Who's the funniest member of the cast?
Who do we offend here and who do
I said funniest.
Yeah, but someone's going to take offense at not being the funniest.
They're not here.
Me.
I don't think so. I think it's Chris.
Chris, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Chris.
Chris Short, who also covers Hades. Some of you, if you've come to see the show, you would have seen him. He is also a worker, and he is really quite funny. Thank you so much for sharing the insights into you. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dylan Wood and Madeleine Charlemagne. Going back. We want to welcome on stage two other members of our team. The king and queen of the underworld. Put your hands together for Trevor Dion Nicholas and Rachel Tucker. Hi. All right. I didn't do that. How you? Yeah? Your look. The king and the queen came out of their lair to see you all this morning.
Yeah, we were expecting that. Throne smell? Where's
I'm
our
so
thrones?
sorry. I'm so sorry. Organizers, thrones, please. Welcome to the underworld. I want to say something to you all. They have rehearsed this show in 9 days. 9 days. And that is only possible because of the professionalism and profound craft of these two fantastic artists. It was such a short and curtailed experience. What did you all think was the most important aspect of your characters and of your relationship to bring out, first of all?
It was really important to, first of all, what's up, Musical Con? This is lovely. Good to see you all again. It was for me. It was really important for us to find the connection with each other, and we're lucky that we like
each other.
That we like each other, and that we're friends, and we've known each other for a long time.
That's
and
right.
we've never had to. We were saying we've never had the opportunity to actually exist and live and breathe in a production before. Like we've done pieces here and there. This year we just did Sideshow together, which was wonderful. The Plane Infinite, you were there. We had a blast. But it was really important to connect the two of these gods together to like build this push and pull to and fro between the two of them, and that was the thing that was a priority. And so because that was there, it was then easier to like get all the other pieces into place. And we had this wonderful company with us who have like held us down and held our backs throughout, and that's been easier because we were already able to love on each other, so then the characters could really build all that into it.
What he said. No, and it was, you know, we didn't know each other only just, but it was putting the R2 stamps on these characters, using our own accents, which has been a thrill, and just gelling it all together. No. Is that my voice or is that the mic?
She's so powerful.
We're still finding our connection because it's been so short, and we're actually finding a lot more on stage. We opened on Tuesday night, so anybody that hasn't seen it, come along.
Do come to see it. Now, talking about CVs, these people have CVs, right? You all are used to playing characters with tremendous power. We have an Elphaba. We have a genie. But also human characters with a lot of power. You play Beverly Bass in Come From Away, and you, of course, the inimitable George Washington in Hamilton. All right, Hamilton fans. Was there anything about playing such powerful characters that was helpful to you? And also conversely, what's different about these powerful characters from the ones you've played before?
It's definitely helped in the fact that the experience of doing and performing the roles of like Elphaba and Beverly Bass, Elphaba, for example, she becomes powerful. She's always was, but she doesn't know it. So that journey of learning how to be powerful, and then stroking that with Beverly Bass, Captain Beverly Bass, who runs a plane and is captain. I think they really help. But actually, it's more the experience of playing the roles, I think, that have really helped get me to where I've got with Persephone.
Yeah, co-sign on the experience with the roles gives like it allows you to kind of like lock into the run and like get your stride and start going. I'd say like the idea of the power, whether it be the power of the gods or phenomenal cosmic power, comes down to there's always the question of power dynamics with characters on stage, and I think that's really important. I think it's been cool to experience and understand where certain characters are comfortable with their power, how they respond when that power is challenged or when it's taken away. And I think whether that be massive and otherworldly or simple and human, and just about who's pushing a conversation or who's receiving information, I think the idea of the power play in that is always prevalent in any character-to-character relationship. So it's of course helpful to have been able to play someone who's magical and play someone who's in a position of control, and then kind of to marry the two in a way with this character where there is this otherworldliness to Hades, but also this humanity between the two of them that they find and struggle with. And so that's the roundabout way. It's all power, baby.
All power. All power. You know what? I have them saying all of these things, but they've had five performances of Hadestown. This is their first week, and it's not even over. How has it been?
Fun. Fun. It was funny because after our first performance on Tuesday, one of the producers asked us like, how did you get through it so quickly and then like come out and give the performance? And my answer was fear. Fear was the answer of what we used to kind of push through so rapidly. But it has been wonderful. Again, the company, you all have like brought us in with open arms, and it's always, that makes all the difference to know that the people around you have your back. And like, the fans have been wonderful, the audiences have been incredible. For those of you, truly, for those of you that have come this week already, thank you. For those of you that are planning to come this week, next week, and until through February while we're with the show, it's a gift to get to share this with you. And so it's been a lot of fun, you know.
Greatest fans in the world. Greatest fans in the world. And also, it's been an absolute pleasure to be able to be on stage and play with you all. And I look forward to all the performances that come next, because you all are thrilling actors, thrilling performers, but also beautiful people to share space and art with. So thank you so much. So I'm going to ask you to shuffle down one. You all see we have an extra chair? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to welcome on stage the seed of it all, the person who crafted this from their very bones. You all know who I mean? Put your hands together and welcome Andre the Shields. I kicked on my water, I was so excited. I want to say two things. Andre came to see the show last night.
And it was extraordinary.
I was never so nervous in my whole life. And I almost didn't make it to the end, because I was on the edge of tears for the entire thing. Andre. Y'all, Andre the Shields, make some more noise, man. Also, you're looking so fine this morning, sir.
I had to. I did it for you.
It's for me.
Yeah.
Not for you, for me.
The next incarnation of Hermes will be in God Gold.
Yes, I think so. Let us put it to the designers and see what is. Thank you for coming last night. What was that experience like, being on the receiving end of your creation?
Last night I felt like a very proud father. My children were taking their inheritance and spending it wisely. Not wasting it, but at the same time not being stingy with it. They were giving from their intellect, from their heart, and from their viscera. They turned out entertainment. They turned out enlightenment. They turned out ecstasy. You can't buy it anywhere else but at the Lyric Theater. Am I right or am I right?
You're right. Well, it is.
I'm scared of you.
Hey! Scary.
Right.
It is an extraordinary legacy, and it is a tremendous responsibility. We know that when we go on stage to tell that story every night, that it was made with great care, and it was put together with tremendous love. And we feel that responsibility every night. I want to ask you, what was the experience like making it all those years ago?
First of all, I want to ask all these beautiful people, do you understand that the first performance of Hadestown on a global scale was done right here at the National Theater? Not National Theater. That's where Hadestown was discovered to go to Broadway. right here in London. So, it's been a journey for me. It continues to be a journey for me because I see the people who say that they have stood on my shoulders return the respect by following the path that the original five were able to blaze through the forest that once was Hadestown. 2012, we did an experimental contract for 2 weeks with Anais Mitchell. She came down from Vermont, and she says, I have this idea that this album of music that I have created can be theatricalized. And she put it in the hands of a chosen company. I was Hermes at the time. I created Hermes, 2012. I said to the character that I was creating, and this was before CRISPR. You know what CRISPR is? CRISPR is high science. As an African American, we have to be careful about sickle cell anemia, right? It wasn't until last year that science was able to take a piece of DNA from someone who was experiencing sickle cell anemia, take the DNA to recognize the infection, and then that DNA get rid of the infection and replace it with a healthy piece of DNA, and they call that CRISPR. I bring that to your attention because I'm the one who invented CRISPR in 2012, but science doesn't know it. Because when I was creating Hermes and the 2 weeks were over, I said to the character that I had created, listen, I'm gonna take a piece of my DNA and I'm gonna put it inside you. And when this show grows and progresses to the commercial state, you come back to me because nobody else will know what to do with you, right? It took 7 years, but on that 7th year, when we were invited to come to the National Theater, Anais Mitchell, right, who composed the libretto, who wrote the lyrics and the music, said to Rachel Chapkin, who developed with her and directed the show, call Andre DeShields. And they did. And now Hermes lives forever.
Hermes lives because of Andre DeShields, and I have to tell you that you have injected that DNA inside of me.
Come on, girl.
Yes,
come on, yeah.
and inside of my portrayal.
Because there's enough DNA to go around.
That's
okay,
right.
sister? Come on. Come on.
Inside of my portrayal, because the thing that was always about me as a Trinidadian and as a Calypsonian, I used to sing Calypso back in Trinidad and Tobago as an 8-year-old child, is that forever and a day I was a storyteller. But I had to learn how to tell stories for different kinds of people. And then I found you.
Yeah, baby, I was waiting for you. I said, I'm not going to go anywhere until my Trinidadian storyteller comes and we can share this richness with the world.
A great gift has been bestowed upon me by Andre DeShields. A great and tremendous gift. What would you say is I know you put your DNA in it, but what would you say is the thing about you, the personality characteristic that you put into Hermes?
Okay, you might have figured out, looking at me among these lovely people, that I'm not 12 years old. I've been around for a while. And maybe you don't know this either, but Thurgood Marshall was the first black lawyer to argue a case before the United States Supreme Court. And the argument that he made was against separate and unequal education. This was 1954. Where were you in 1954? Huh? You weren't even an idea, right? But the point I'm making is, I was an idea. I was a young black boy in Baltimore, Maryland, and Thurgood Marshall set this boy on a journey. So I can now be educated equally. So I made education my beacon. And the covenant I made with myself was, I'm going to master the English language so that those who would oppress me will know that I know what, not only do I know what you're thinking, I know what you're not thinking. Not only do I know what you're saying, I know what you're not saying. And it's what you're not saying that I'm taking to heart. I understand you, and now you understand me. I'm going to take my education, and I'm going to be a great man. The only thing that was missing was the opportunity. Hadestown was that opportunity. I've been the funny Negro for many years. You know, sweat, bug your ass, fall on your knees, everybody likes that. But the black man who is extraordinarily literate, who can break it down for the children, because when the children understand, the revolution is on. And that's what I brought to Hadestown. A God who would come down from Mount Olympus and relate to the people and say, I can answer your question, right? I can resolve your crisis. I can lift your burden. I can take the albatross from around your neck. Come on, come with us, because this is the covenant we make. Follow me. I will change you, I will challenge you, but just as the Hippocratic Oath states, I will not harm you. And that's what happens in Hadestown. You go on this great adventure from terrestrial Earth to the bowels of hell, but you don't get harmed. You come back elated that you can have the experience again and again and again. Because life becomes beautiful once you stop fearing doubt. Once you know that whatever it is, and more often than not it's your shadow, is behind you. You don't have to look over your shoulder. And we also know that we learn as much from the dark as we do from the light. That's what Hadestown is about. So, make a friend of your shadow. Never doubt that it is behind you, even at noon, right? In the morning, your shadow, because of the sunrise, is cast to the west. In the afternoon, because of the sunset, you see your shadow to the east. But at high noon, you don't see your shadow because it has been sucked up inside of you.
That's when it's teaching you. That's when it's showing you what to do, what to say, where to go. Your shadow is your best friend. Eurydice is the shadow of Orpheus. But he doesn't trust that his shadow is there. He has to look over his shoulder. And when he looks over his shoulder, doubt has won the battle. But it's okay, because as many people as there are on this planet, we will do that again until everybody has learned the lesson. Before you give your heart and your love to someone else, give it to yourself first. Right?
Amen. I will follow you to the ends of the earth, Mr. Shields. To the ends of it. Ladies and gentlemen, 2019 Tony Drama Desk Automatic Circle and Grammy Award winner, Mr. Andre DeShields. We have come to the end of our segment here. We have one more treat to you. One more treat for you. I don't want to go because Andre is holding my hand. But we will stand here with our queen of the underworld, Rachel Tucker, as she performs for you, raising us its cups.
Come on, man.